Hey there guys, Tetakasi here and welcome to another video. For today, I am here in the test realm to check out the new Wargloves. But before that, let's check out the new Blackhands. Just look at it, isn't that cool? Well, it's now called Demonfang, as you can see here. Its E ability is called Blood Ritual. And just pause the video if you want to read the whole ability description of these weapons. Now, let's test it out. Yeah, that's it. Let's now go over the new Wargloves. The first one that we have here is the Brawler Gloves. We have 4 Q abilities, 4 W abilities, and 4 passives. Let's check the first Q called Create Opening. Basically a 2-punch combo that reduces the resistances of an enemy. For our second Q, it's called Dragon Leap. Now, I like that one. Very useful for staying on top of enemies. Let's check the third Q called Cross Step. Basically, it buffs your attack damage and attack speed, which stacks up to 3 times. For our last Q, here's Shockwave. Very cool ability that lets you catch up to enemies from a long distance once you hit the first Q. Let's now go over the W abilities. First up is Triple Kick. And here's Backhand Strike. Could be useful for keeping enemies away. For our next W, here's Counter. It is kind of a sword parry, but you can only maybe block one ability or an attack since you will immediately leap into an enemy once you take damage. For our last W, here's Devastating Combo. Yeah, you know what that is. Basically a nerf Blackhands E. Kinda cool though since they kept it in the game. Let's now go over the passives. First up is called Aggressive Burst, which increases your damage output or your damage by 20% for 2 seconds. 8 attacks is quite a lot, so this would work well with cross step. Keep in mind some weapons in here would need 16 attacks. Our second passive is called Rage Shadow Legends. Just kidding. So it activates only when your health is below 40%, and every time we take damage, it would increase our damage and cooldowns by 20% for 3 seconds. Unfortunately, it seems it is not working right now, but I could see this passive being really good for turning around fights. For the third passive, it's called Rush Down, which increases your movement speed by 20% for a second every time we auto attack. It's really good when you need to stay on top of an enemy. Last but not the least, we have Hard to Catch. This activates when we cast a W ability, and it increases our damage resistance and crowd control resistances for 3 seconds. Let us now check the unique ability of each Wargloves. For the Brawler Gloves, here's Blazing Geyser. Since this ability refreshes your Q ability, this weapon would make great combos. Our next weapon is called Battle Bracers. Its E ability is called Falcon Smash. Now this one is an extremely cool ability. Well, let's go over the next weapon. It's called Spiked Gauntlets, and its unique ability is indeed unique. As you can see, its damage depends on an enemy's armor, highest with plates and lowest with cloth. Nonetheless, it is great with huge mob packs. 100 Striking Fist is the unique ability of Ursine Maulers. This one feels a bit weird since there is a second delay for its additional damage. Very powerful though. Up next is Hellfire Hands with Infernal Boulder. I actually find this one a bit funny since the animation looks a lot like a volleyball spike, you know. For real though, I see this one being used in choke points during large scale fights, maybe like ZVZs or Faction War. Up next is called Ravenstrike Cestus with Earth Crusher. Looks very powerful and will definitely be used in large scale fights with good setups. Last but not the least is the Avalonian version, and it's called Fist of Avalon. Purifying Combination looks to be a great ability for making combos. And that's the upcoming Wargloves and the new Blackhands. Are you excited for these new weapons? Let me know down in the comment section. Also, since this is the test server, these weapons are still subject to change and may not be in their final state yet. If you'd like me to show you the new maps of Albion, make sure to hit the like button and please consider subscribing. It will help me out a lot. Thanks. And once again, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, this is Setokaze logging out.